Maxie, and I am with 5 tips for what to say to get exactly what you want when you want. Tip number 1, take control of the situation. The single most important element in getting conversations to turn out the way you want it is to take control of them. Through your choice of words and reactions, you steer conversations in the direction you want it to go. Tip number 2, say what you want. Don't beat around the bush or drop hints. Be direct about your intentions, because if you don't, someone can just miss your issue or your point. It's better to deal with and easier to deal with an outright rejection rather than beating around the bush. Tip number 3, show your power before you use it. Subtle demonstration of power are just as effective as an outright use of power. Here's an example. I'm at a restaurant and my meal came back a little bit too undercooked. So I tell the waitress, I'm a long-time customer here and I would love to continue our relationship. Can you take my meal back to the kitchen and check it out? That is an example of showing your power before you actually use it. This gives the waitress time to think, oh no, this is a customer that is well respected, who comes here all the time, and if I give them any trouble, I may be fired. Let the person think for themselves. So show your power before you use it. Here is tip number 4. Absorb and deflect anger. Hold your temper unless your anger serves a true, real purpose. Absorb anger by acknowledging it and refusing to respond in a kind way. I can understand you're being angry. I would be too. Deflect anger by suggesting that it's an odd reaction and must therefore be based on something other than your request. Here's an example. I don't understand why you're getting angry at me. Have I done something else to bother you? This is a way to deflect anger. This technique is sure to make the subject think about what they're truly angry about. Tip number 5. Have the last word. In every situation, it's to your advantage to have the last word in a dialogue. Either expressing thanks for getting what you wanted, asking for reconsideration of a rejection, pushing for another meeting, or saying that you'll call back if you couldn't get a definite answer. Having the last word does 2 things. It makes sure you retain the control over the dialogue that you seized when you broke the ice, and it allows you to close the conversation on terms with advantages. Only let people have the last word to make them feel like they're in control, but they're not, because you allowed them to have the last word. And those are my 5 tips what to say to get what you want in life's toughest situations.
Tune in and subscribe.